This is high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, presented by Sholo Ford, produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 106.7 Radio. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Little Bluebird Studios, and Hudson's Furniture. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Findlay Toyota Center here in Prescott Valley, Arizona, as we take a look at some footage that was shot the other day just before the snow flew in here at the Findlay Toyota Center. And beautiful area here in Prescott Valley, Arizona, home to the 2019 3A state playoffs. Today it's the Sbercats, who are the number 8 seed with a 24-3 record, facing off against the number 1 Chinle Wildcats, who come into the contest with a 27-4 record on the season. Two teams that are fairly evenly matched, and we look forward to watching these two teams on the floor. As we move now to our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. Everything you need to get your athlete back in the game. Summit Regional Medical Center. No injuries to report here to start this game, so we'll hope that both teams are able to continue without any other injuries as well. So that's your Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. Everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. Time now for our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made. Their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Sholo, and Heber Overguard. And Ron, you know, these teams are kind of a similar matchup to what we saw in the game earlier today with Winslow. Sabino with a little bit of size down low. Both teams look like they can run the floor, and I think this game may come down to conditioning down at the end.
Yeah, I think that it is going to come down to that. These teams, I think, are more equally matched than the team that we saw earlier. So it's going to come down to this man right here, Cooper Burbank, for the Wildcats. I've seen him play several times, and he's definitely going to be a force inside and outside for Sabino to deal with.
Well, we'll look forward to watching him and the rest of the Chinle Wildcats as they take on the Sabino Sbercats. It's the Battle of the Cats here tonight for the 2003 state quarterfinals, boys quarterfinals here live from the Findlay Toyota Center. That's your Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Sholo, and Heber Overguard. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile,
Wait, back
love
off that
your
mic
smile.
but I can't understand what you're saying. What did you say?
If we're still doing commercials at the time that
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
I really wanted to work with robotics. When you come here, you have to act mature and meet deadlines. It's going to help me and my associates, in which I'll be a step closer in college. I'm going to have to apply these skills to the workforce. My ultimate career goal would be to be a mechanical engineer. MPC is transforming my life.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino. Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
We're live, you're live.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Camden Smith, Mike Side with Ron Everingham, and earlier today, the Arizona Interscholastic Association released a press release that said that the Sabino Sbercats, the Lady Sbercats, had been eliminated from postseason play and placed on probation. Earlier, we had understood that they had forfeited some games earlier on in the season because of recruiting players. And so we assume that that is the reason that they're on probation and have lost their rights to playoff action here in the postseason. The problem with that is that last night the number 1 seed in the girls bracket were knocked off, the Chinle Lady Wildcats. And so it's a little ironic that we're here covering the boys, Chinle versus Sabino. And last night, Sabino, the team that is now no longer in postseason play, beat the Chinle Wildcats, eliminating them from the tournament. Now the problem is if you're a Chinle Wildcat fan or a Chinle player, you're saying, hey, wait a minute, why aren't we in the state tournament? We got beat by a team that cheated.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I've been looking and talking with some of the fans, and that's exactly what they're saying. And it's because it comes just one day after, and it makes you wonder, like, why was the AIA picking up on that to do that today? And not prior to the quarterfinals, and so. And I'm
sure there's stuff that we don't understand or know, and perhaps there's some new evidence that has come to light, or that obviously things don't move as quickly as we think they should in bureaucracies, and probably they took some time to make a decision, and this is what the decision was, but. It certainly does come at a very inopportune time for a team like Chinle, or even a team who got beat prior to this by the Sbercats and missed an opportunity at postseason play. But especially for Chinle, they were the number 1 seed coming into the tournament, and they are not even going to make it to the semifinals. And so it's pretty unfortunate for them.
And Holbrook doesn't get an opportunity to play to advance to the championship. They just advanced to the championship by default. So
Holbrook, who did earn a chance to get to the semifinals, does not have a semifinal opponent now. So it makes sense to put Chinle there, but because of precedence, and there's probably some other reasons, Chinle won't be there. So we're interested to hear what your thoughts are, though. Go to our Facebook page and chime in on our post about that very subject. We're going to honor America in the singing of the national anthem. We will step away. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
I chose NPC because it offers good quality education. Ultimately, I want to be a nurse anesthetist. This is the start to that path. And instructors want you to succeed, which is really helpful. I've learned a lot so far in just one semester. It's kind of crazy how much I've learned. North Bend Pioneer College is transforming my life by helping me achieve my goals in my career.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center as the Chinle Wildcats are set to take on the Sbercats of Sabino High School, and we get set for our starting lineups. We head to our public address announcer, Mr. Wagner.
A senior forward, number 12, Phoenix Cats. Senior guard, number 15, Blake Rustin. Junior forward, 22, Jack Healy. Junior guard, 24, Pablo Gutierrez. And a junior guard, number 30, Cesar Sainz. Head coach of the Sbercats, Marty Roth. His assistants are Bruce Rhodes, Marvin Beckwith, Sly Lewis, and Garrett Rustin. Facing them, the home team, undefeated, top seed in this 3A boys tournament, the Wildcats of Chinle. The point guard, a junior, number 1, Curtis Big A. Senior wing, number 3, Jason John. Sophomore forward, number 5, Kale Denettiel. Junior wing, number 10, Cooper Burbank. And senior center, 35, Angelo Lewis. Head coach of the Wildcats, Raul Mendoza. His assistants are Richard Beverly, Ned Curley, Lenny Jones, and Julian Parrish.
It's matchup as the Sbercats of Sabino High School and the Wildcats of Chinle High School get set to do action. And Burbank, you saw, took a little bit of a spill there. He kind of, the court is elevated here, and he looks like he turned his ankle a little bit, tweaked his ankle. Hopefully, looks like he's okay, but certainly not a player you want to lose here at this moment. As the teams will meet at center circle, and Burbank gets set to jump against Sabino's Cats. As we tip this game off, we remind you that when it comes time to tip off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. Sabino's going to control the tip. They've got the first possession. Jumper just inside the three-point arc. Nope, they say it would have been a 3 if it had gone, but it doesn't. They battle for the rebound and win it, and the point goes up, or the points go up for Phoenix Cats. The 6'7" senior gets the first bucket of the evening.
Another player to look out for is Angelo Lewis, number 35 for the Wildcats.
And there's Burbank. Burbank gets the first Chinle Wildcat basket. Sabino fires up a three-pointer from the corner left side, and the rebound is brought down by the man you just mentioned, Angelo Lewis, the 6'3" senior. gets his first board of the night. Up and down with the left hand, Curtis Begay. Going to reset the offense as he moves it back between the wheels. Gives it over to Burbank. Burbank looking over down low to Lewis. Now back up top for Begay. Begay gives it off to the left side for Dentito. Drive by Lewis. Lewis spins, gets it underneath the Burbank. Burbank drives back out to the corner. Now up top, Chinle very patient here. Jason John with it, and his pass is stolen away. Out into the front court. A lot of contact, no call. More contact, no call. And the officials just saying, we're going to just let everything go. Bucket's good for Cats, his second of the night, and it's the Sabino Sbercats on top 4-2. Opening paragraph of this first quarter. Bounce pass in low, and now a ticky-tack is going to be called on Cats. Although it looked like he may have got two hands on him. Well, he missed it there. That was the tail end of that, but Angelo Lewis posting up quite a ways from the basket. Kind of surprised that Cats was playing him that tight. But anyway, the pass underneath the Burbank. He gets a reverse layup up and in.
He's fun to watch, Camden. I've seen him play a few times this year, and he's been the all-star every time I've seen him play.
Up and down goes the basketball with Cesar Sains, 6'3" junior. Sains been a standout player here for Sabino for a while. Popcorn the three, in and out, no good. And a travel is going to be called as Sabino's Jack Healy, the 6'5" junior, comes out of it.
Sabino doing a great job on the offensive board, getting those second chance points attempts.
And the pass is almost stolen, but the Wildcats have numbers. Lose the handle on the basketball, though. Burbank thought about a three. Gives it up onto the wing left side. That three ball is no good for Begay. And Sabino cleans up the glass again. So far, Sabino been outboarding Chinle early on in this contest as Phoenix Cats races out of the backcourt. He's going to be fouled here, and it's going to go against Dentadillo.
Dentadillo, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up again. I think the discoloration on the floor is really causing people to take three-point shots that they normally wouldn't, and we just saw it from the Chinle shooter there where he was just outside the NBA three, which on a high school court seems odd, but on this one it doesn't.
Yeah. There's a turnover. Wildcats going to try to take advantage of this one. Pulling it out, setting the offense is Jason John. Give to Burbank. Burbank drives, left-hand layup, no good. So far, Chinle a little rusty on the shots. We're tied at 4. And Sabino finds an open lane. A nice drive that time for Pablo Gutierrez. The 6'4" junior has his first bucket of the night. Sabino's back up by 2. Burbank holds just to be low, just in front of the time stripe. Hands it off here to John. John backs up. Looking for a backdoor cutter there for a moment. Now Burbank spins. Looks down at Lewis. Lewis was open for a moment, but coming over that high post shoulder that time was number 24, Pablo Gutierrez. And he did a great job of just knocking that one away. So it'll be Wildcat basketball on their baseline. Into Lewis. Now to Burbank. Burbank, kick it over onto the wing, now into the corner for Dentadillo. And now to Lewis. Lewis for three, in and out, no good. Rebound, Sabino. And we don't have a stat for boards, but I'm going to tell you right now, Sabino's been getting a bunch of them early on. That's been the storyline as Diego Armillo passes it up now down low, and a bump and a foul. This is going to go against Lewis as Petty did a good job of posting up here.
Yeah, that was one of those fouls where you just kind of look at the scorer's table and raise your hand.
Yeah.
He kind of got his whole body.
Yeah, there's no question about that one. He got Petty in the eye just a little bit. We saw him holding his face after that one. And he missed pretty badly. Here's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw number 2 from Petty. And this one's good. And a bump and a foul as the pass will come into Dentel Deal. You'll see.
That wasn't much.
No,
of a foul.
We saw a lot worse at the opening part of this, but maybe the officials just starting to get their sea legs underneath them. Armijo is called for his first personal.
Officials all day have been doing an amazing job, though.
Yes, certainly need to mention that. Kotz with the steal. He takes it, drives, puts it up with the right hand. It's no good, but the rebound is to Armijo. Three-point ball is off the iron, no good. Back to Armijo. He wants a 3, got it. His first bucket is a Hudson's Furniture three-pointer, and Sabino all of a sudden out to a 6-point lead. Number 1 seed Chinle Wildcats could be in trouble here as Begay gets a ball that was loose, and now a miscue here as Dentel Deal passes that one down to John, and John can't hang on to it. John's going to check out of the lineup. Back into the lineup now into the lineup for Chinle is Yazzie. Kylan Yazzie, the 5'9" freshman, checks in.
Well, these two teams are both very well coached. Raul Mendoza, a state championship coach himself. He runs a great program, and he really knows how to, he reminds me a lot of Coach Goklish in that, and I think he coached Coach Goklish actually, so it's probably the opposite, but he knows how to put it to the pedal to the floor and also how to pull it back.
Yeah, very savvy coaching staff, and he knows how to get the most out of his kids. Turnaround jumper in the paint for Kotz. He's got 6, and the Sabino Sbercats lead it now by 8. Under 3 to play in the first quarter. Take it left side, fadeaway jumper from 15 is no good for Begay. Sabino will throttle it out of the backcourt by signs, and then a timeout is called for the Sbercats. We step away with 2:27 left to play first quarter. Sabino leads 12-4 over Chinle. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center. 2:27 left to play here on this first quarter clock, and Sabino well out in front here with a comfortable 8-point lead. They have the basketball as well. Caesar Sains, a 6'3" junior, works it against Burbank to the elbow, kicks to the corner, drive the baseline, put it up and under, and good. Basket's good by Gutierrez, his second bucket. He has 4, and Sabino out in front by 10. Wildcats only have 2 buckets in this quarter, Ron.
I'm surprised.
Lewis spins, cross-court pass, kicks to the corner, up top, the freshman wants to take a three-pointer, and he got it. Well, you can tell why Raul Mendoza is hot on Yazzie. Right there as he shoots, knocks down the Hudson's Furniture three-pointer.
Yeah, what sets up any shot like that is several passes inside and back outside.
Absolutely, that was very well done by the Chinle Wildcats. That's their first bucket set in the last 4 minutes here of this quarter, and a 3 to answer. Jacob Nathanson, the 5'10" senior for Sabino, knocks down the super shot, a Hudson's Furniture three-pointer.
Sabino has come out hot.
Well, the freshman Kylan Yazzie found himself in amongst the trees and had that shot blocked out. Gonna have to do something a little different next time if he wants to have that shot in there. Minute 15 left to play first quarter. Sabino up by 10, 17-7. Lewis is going to check out, get a breather here. We got John out on the floor along with Begay. You see Lewis coming to the bench there. Pass comes in. Chinle on their own baseline brings it in. Burbank, deep three on the angle left, no good. Long rebound. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, that was deep three, as in past the NBA range. Again, every other broadcast that we've had not on this court, you'd just be wowed by that kind of a shot because it's so far out beyond the high school three-point line. But the paint color is really, I think, messing with kids' mind here.
Sabino loses it out of bounds, so Wildcats trailing by 10 with the basketball. Burbank pull-up jumper from around 10, can't get it to go. Sabino another rebound here. And this time, Wildcats do a good job of stealing a pass. Yazzie drives right, and we get a foul called on Signs. Signs with his first. Cesar Signs picks up the personal. I didn't see it. You see the Sabino head coach there trying to get his team fired up, Marty Roth. Yazzie steps back, then throws the ball away. Did a nice job to get rid of the defender, but then makes a poor decision on the pass. And on the other end, an easy bucket for Rustin. Blake Rustin comes up limping though. Looks like he maybe took a knee to the thigh that time. 14.7 seconds. We'll keep it here, a 19-7 lead for the Sabino Sbercats. I'm a little surprised, Ron, that Chinle has not had more offensive power in this first quarter. It looks like they're struggling just a little bit.
Yeah, the one or two times that they've done a good job moving the ball around the floor, they've gotten good shots, and these kids can can knock down shots. So I'm kind of wondering if their effort on defense is causing them troubles on offense, in that they're exerting a lot of energy on the defensive side, and then coming down here and just not playing the offense that we normally are expected to seeing them play. So
something certainly looks out of sync with them, and they get a timeout to try to regroup here with just 14 seconds left. A three-pointer would go down well right now to pull them back to within 9. They find themselves down 12, and Burbank gets the three at the buzzer. Oh, brother, we got to see that one again. I'll tell you what, that was fantastic. Cooper Burbank had time running out, and there's the Hudson's Furniture three-pointer, and unfortunately we missed it. Weren't quite ready for that one, but Burbank kind of shocked everybody on that. I don't think even the defense knew he was going to pull back and shoot that. We'll step away. Quarter 2 coming up. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a
30.
lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center.
Okay.
19-10 is the score, a 9-point lead for Sabino. Burbank with that three-pointer at the buzzer, and Chinle's going to have the basketball to start the second quarter, which is a bonus if they can get points here. Really puts them back into the game. Lewis drives down strong, but has his shot blocked. Some contact there. He wanted a foul, won't get it. Sabino on the other end, trying to find some room, and a nice steal by the Chinle Wildcats, but then they turn it over, and a block shot the official underneath, we're going to take a look at this because the official underneath did not blow the whistle. This one came from the official out towards the back court. And we'll look at it again. You be the judge there. Either way, it puts Sabino at the free throw line here. And the first free throw is no good for Cesar Sains. And the second free throw is good for Sains. The 6'3" junior puts his team back out on top by 10. And I believe that went against Lewis, that foul, which would be his second. Lewis with it at the top of the key into Burbank. He spins, finds a defender, and somehow puts it up and in. You can tell why folks are hot on that kid right there. He's something to watch. Is just very smooth with the basketball. And we get a push and a foul. This one looks like it may be going against Yazzie. It is. The freshman, Kylan Yazzie, will pick up the personal. Official was okay with the pushing and shoving until the player went to the ground, and that was Hassler, Charlie Hassler, who went to the floor on that one. 8-point lead now for Sabino. Off the window, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Sabino. A block by Lewis. Rebound to Sabino again, still battling for it. Lewis trying to find it on the backside, and another try now. Lewis is going to pick up his third personal. He's going to have to come out of the contest. Didn't get called there.
That hurts.
Didn't get called there. Oh yeah, that's where he got called, right there. And I missed the announcer while I was watching that replay. The free throw by Gutierrez is no good. So maybe we may have errantly given that other foul to Lewis. He may only have two.
Okay.
So
we'll have to check into that.
Mendoza is allowing him to stay in. So I certainly would think if he had three, he would be pulling him out here. So 6.5 left to play in this first half. It's 21-12. Sabino over Chinle. Lewis spin move down low. He scores it up and in. His first bucket of the evening. Pass up ahead for Katz. Katz gives it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez at the elbow. Had it poked away by Lewis.
He's got to be careful.
Yeah, you can't make lazy passes in this game, and should be a travel here. The official's going to call.
They're going to talk about it. Travel. Yep. I like what the officials did right there. They both blew their whistles and kind of looked at each other to make sure that they had the same call.
You saw the contact, but it was after the travel. There's the travel. Well,
I don't understand how that's travel though, but it looked like 2 steps to me, but maybe they said it was 2 steps not heading towards the basket.
I don't know. That's a good question. Timeout on the floor. Sabino wants to talk it over. It's 21-14. Chinle still trailing here by 7. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountain's best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
We're back.
Well, we welcome you back to the Findlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. 21-14 is our score. 5:57 left to play in the second quarter. Sabino with the basketball. They go down low to Katz. It's poked away by Lewis into the hands of Begay. Throws it ahead to Yazzie. Yazzie right side for John. Now up top to Burbank. Burbank back over to Begay. Begay up and down with the right hand. And Yazzie kicks over to the left side for Begay. Back to John, back to Yazzie, now to Lewis. Lewis down on the block. Spin move, nice move underneath, up and under, score it.
Lewis is the recipient of the attention that Burbank draws, and he's a key player as a number 2.
Absolutely spectacular move that time by Lewis to get his man in the air and then to get the up and under move on him, and that's going to cut the lead down to 5. Chinle had a steal, but now they lose it, and the ball, nope, they're going to get it back.
Well, Curtis Begay is used to being able to just outrun, you know, his defenders, but in a playoff situation like this, you get this deep in the tournament, you're not just going to outrun players, and there he almost had the ball taken away.
Pablo Gutierrez lost it out of bounds for Sabino, so Chinle will have the basketball, down by 5, and a deep 3 on the corner left side is no good for Begay. Signs up out of the backcourt, working against Begay. Up and down with the left hand, gives to Gutierrez. Gutierrez had it poked away, and Begay was pointing towards Chinle, and Gutierrez says, hey, he got my hand.
Lots of lobbying going on out here.
The official says, just play. We'll take care of the calling of the game. Ball, Sabino, actually Sign's going to check out here, and into the lineup for Sabino comes Nathanson, Jacob Nathanson, the 5'10 senior for the Sabercats. 4.5 left here in the halftime, or in the first half, I should say. 21-16 is our score with Sabino out on front. Nathanson drives, kicks it out. Loose ball picked up at the top. Over to Gutierrez. Spins, goes into the lane, puts up the right-hand runner. It won't go. Rebound is fought for and tipped out. Controlled by Lewis, and Lewis throws it away. And we get a kick called here against the Chinle Wildcats, Colin Yazzie, the 5'9 sophomore.
Yeah.
And so we apologize, we're having a technical issue with our scoreboard. It is 21-16. We'll see what happens, see if we can get that reconnected for you. Drive it, kick it, bounce it, pull up, hit it just underneath the arc that time for Cats, the 6'7 senior. Phoenix Cats now has 9 in the contest, 9 of the Sabino 23 points. And Sabino back out on top by 7. And a Hudson's Furniture three-pointer to boot. Want to mention today's contest brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College. For the lowest tuition in Arizona, go with the college that has the best value for your money. It's Northland Pioneer College. Pass comes inside to John, and he had his shot blocked. Cats comes, tries a behind the back move, but is stolen away. Tipped out by Lewis. Now Lewis gets out in front of it.
Wow, that's a big block shot right there.
Nice job defensively by Sabino that time to block Lewis's shot. Kick it to the corner. Russlin wants a 3. It's no good. Rebound to the Begay. Begay held up at the half-court line. Now to John down the baseline. Off the window, score it. Jason John, his first bucket of the evening. Quickly out of the backcourt comes Nathanielson. Kicks to the corner to Katz. Katz throws up top for Russlin. Spotted for a 3. Steps inside. Now throws it back out top to Nathanson. Nathanson up and down with the left hand. Give it over to Russlin. Kick to Katz on the wing right side. His 3 ball is off the heel, no good. 2.5 left to play here in the second quarter. And we get a whistle and a foul called. Or they say he stepped out of bounds. Wholesale substitutions on the Sabercat side of things. One thing about Roth is he's very good at keeping his players fresh. Recognizing the situation here with his team up 23-18, going to give his starters a breather here.
Just like that, Chinle works their way back in this game. This is a big bucket here.
Lewis drives with the left hand. His shot is blocked. And Sabino will come out of there with it. Signs working against.
Too many hands.
I think that's Bryant Diego, although I have him listed as 32. But I believe that may be Bryant Diego there with that personal. Driving way up into the sky and scoring is Gutierrez. Gutierrez with 7 now. And Chinle will throw it out of bounds. So Chinle, I think maybe trying to go a little too fast here, Ron.
Yeah, certainly on that, it was a careless play.
You know, sometimes when you're playing a team that can match you speed-wise, you feel like you have to turn it up a notch, and it just ends up putting you out of control and out of position. Rustlin drives to the elbow, puts it up the off-court right-handed shot, turns and smiles at the scorer's table, and he's got himself another bucket. Nice pass to Lewis, but he can't hang on to it. Rustlin, the benefactor, he dribbles between 3 defenders and loses it, and then a hard foul underneath, and it looked like the official was going to be slow to call it. Curtis Begay gets hammered underneath. You'll see the replay here. And very fortunate that he's okay after that play. Just an off-balance shot that time for Curtis Begay. Rustlin picks up the personal. And the free throw's good for Begay. Minute 23 remains in this first half. This free throw could pull Chinle to within 7. He missed it though. 8-point Sabercat lead. Gutierrez across the time stripe, triple teamed, and gets it to the high post. Kicks over to Rustlin in the corner. Over to the right side, give it to Armillo. Back to Signs up top. Signs fakes right, now backs up. Signs up and down with the right hand. Looking to burn some clock here and play for the final shot. Still no 5-second count, loses the handle on it. Chinle collapses on him, give the Signs. Signs, Euro steps inside and scores it. Caesar Signs, a 6'3" junior. Gets the scoop shot to go, and it is Sabino by 10 again. Their biggest lead tonight has been 12. And for Chinle, they've got lots of question marks right now offensively as they missed another one. .29 seconds clock approaching the second, or the end of the first half here. And a battle underneath ensues for the rebound. 2 or 3 tips at it for Cats. Cats turns to the official, says, I was fouled. Meanwhile, Chinle drives down low. The runner at the right hand is no good for Curtis Begay. Loose ball, Lewis can't get it, and he leaves Armillo all alone. He goes up, can't get the shot to fall, thought about a dunk, and Sabino is not going to get a shot. They had 3 easy cracks at it, and they're not going to get it. 10-point lead for Sabino at intermission, which should have been at least 12. And we'll see if that comes back to haunt them. They head to the halftime locker room with the score, Sabino 29, Chinle 19. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
I chose welding because there's always going to be a job and you can go so many different directions within it. The professors helped me so much with getting my skill level up to where it needs to be and helping me progress in the ways that I want to. It teaches you really to be job ready, having a good attitude, and still working hard. NBC has transformed my life by giving me a skill and a trade that I can take with me wherever I go.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear, plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino. Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center, where the Sabino Sbercats have a commanding 10-point lead over the Chinle Wildcats. Right now an upset alert here from the 2019 3A state playoffs in Prescott Valley, Arizona. The beautiful Findlay Toyota Center and the beautiful valley of Prescott in the background. And we go now inside the Findlay Toyota Center and take a look at some of the fans that are here tonight, as Chinle always traveling well. It's interesting that we haven't had the crowds that we normally have, Ron, and I think part of that is just the scheduling of the games. We had Winslow earlier in the day at 1 o'clock, but Chinle and Winslow, the only teams with a North interest still in the 3A tournament. And so when you take a look at the crowd, you're used to seeing this place packed, but also you get a chance to see people show up for maybe 2 games or 3 games in a row. And so typically your Winslow fans would stick around for a Chinle game, but when it's so late in the afternoon, sometimes I guess that doesn't happen, especially with the threat of snow and things.
Yeah, threat of snow around, and also this being a Tuesday, people back to work after a holiday Monday. But although this crowd may be smaller, they definitely have the ability to get very loud. We heard that when Chinle came out for their warm-ups, just how loud this crowd can get. So if Chinle on the court can get some momentum, this crowd will definitely be giving the boys an extra boost.
Well, let's take a look at some scoring for you as we look around the horn here. For the Chinle Wildcats to get things started off, Curtis Begay had 1, 2 for Jason John, 3 here at the break for Kylan Yazzie, and 4 for Angelo Lewis. As we take a look at the leading scorer right there, Cooper Burbank, the 6'2" junior for Chinle, has 9 and is tied for leading scorer here at intermission. Jacob Nathanson with 3 for Armillo for Sabino, 4 for Rustlin, 1 for Petty, 7 for Pablo Gutierrez, and Cesar Saenz has 3. And Phoenix Cats, the 6'7" senior, has 9 points here at the break. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in this halftime. We'll be back with our second half adjustments when we return. It's the Sbercats in front, 29-19 over the Chinle Wildcats. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center. It's the #8 Sbercats in front of the #1 Chinle Wildcats, 29-19 here at intermission. And Ron, second half adjustments for these two teams.
Well, I think for the Chinle Wildcats, in their attempt to get back into this game, they're going to have to take care of a couple things. One of them, I think, are the offensive boards. Really working hard to limit second possession points for the Sabino team, and then also a lot of just unforced turnovers, turnovers that aren't actually going towards the bucket, a lot of just careless turnovers, and which kind of surprises me from a Mendoza coach team because they usually take care of the ball pretty well. For Sabino, I think they need to just keep doing much of the same thing, and that is working on getting those second chance points, working on the boards, and number 12 Cats for them definitely has been just owning the boards on the offensive side. So there's a couple things to look for.
Well, the second half adjustments, we'll see how they come into play as we get set to wrap up this halftime show and get back to the action. We talked a little bit about our schedule coming up this next week. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about this broadcast in particular. The rights for this broadcast have been given by the AIA here in postseason and granted to iTalk 106.7 FM by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the AIA is prohibited. The Arizona Interscholastic Association would like to recognize and give thanks to several sponsors on the road this year to the AIA Arizona Cares 3A State Championships. Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic, the sports medicine team in Phoenix. Bank of the West, the exclusive banking partner of the AIA. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official ball of the AIA. Gatorade knows every victory starts from within. And the Better Business Bureau. Nominate your favorite student athlete for the Better Business Bureau Ethical Athlete Award at athlete.arizonabbb.org. Set to get underway. Sabino's going to have the basketball with their 10-point lead here as we get started. Sazer Signs down in the corner to Katz. Back to Signs. Signs drives towards the baseline, hands it off to Katz. Katz working against John. John trying to take away that left hand of Katz. Kicks it over to Rustlin. Rustlin, deep three in the corner, left side, and he knocks it down. The Hudson's Furniture three-pointer for Sabino. And starting this second half is the freshman Yazzie. Jason John between the circles, gives over to Yazzie. Yazzie into Lewis. Lewis squares. Throws now to John on the right side, gets his defender to fly past him and knocks down the Hudson's Furniture three-pointer.
Well, that a way to match that three coming out and kind of reset things here coming out at half.
Rustlin tripped and fell, looked like he turned his ankle, and he's going to get up, hobbled just a little bit. A little more embarrassed than he is hurt, though, I think.
I think for a high school kid, that hurts worse than the ankle.
Under 7 now. So the first minute gone by. Burbank pump fakes, moves in, kicks back out to John. John on the wing right side. Looks into the paint, now drops it to Burbank. Now to Begay. Begay holds, picks up his dribble. Dodges, nice give and go, and Burbank has, Begay had his shot swatted that time by Katz. And I don't know if we have 6.5 left to play here in the third. We don't have that replay for you. We apologize. John on the angle right. Dribbles to the baseline, Yazzie. Lewis, left-hand dribble, spins inside, throws it up with the right hand, missed it. And out ahead it goes to Gutierrez over to Rustlin. Rustlin for three, knocks it down.
Wow, the very same spot that he hit at the first coming out at half. He must like that spot.
Another Hudson's Furniture three-pointer. Don't forget today's contest brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to select your college, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. And Yazzie, no call there. Not sure, it should have been something, I think, but the shot by Begay is off the mark, in and out, no good. And Rustlin gets the rebound, throws it ahead to Katz. Katz, Gutierrez down the baseline. He tucks it in. Pablo Gutierrez now with 9 in the contest, and Chinle down 37-22. Timeout on the floor. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountains' best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Right. Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center. It's the 2019 state quarterfinals, and the Sabino Sbercats are having their way with the Wildcats at Chinle High School right now, 37-22. You see Those key players coming off the bench right there, Lewis and Burbank down the other side, getting set to bring the ball in. But you can tell they have been putting every effort into this, but so far they've been outmatched by the Sabercats and haven't had an answer yet for their top two scorers, Katz and Pablo Gutierrez. And Katz gets a steal away from Burbank right there. There's Gutierrez. And we get a loose ball, going to be picked up by John. In the middle there, it goes to Denton Deal. Burbank tries to split the defenders, and he's going to be bumped and fouled. This will go against Katz. Now that's a great move. Does two things. It puts Katz in a position where he picks up a foul, and it also puts Burbank at the free throw line.
Yeah, they need to give Cooper more opportunities down on the inside like that. But Sabercats done a good job of taking the ball out of the hands of Lewis and Burbank.
Mount Mobile Auto Glass free throw for Burbank. So Burbank back at the line. And we get a lane violation here. We'll see if we have a, not sure if we have the replay or not, but it'll send Burbank back to the line. (37-23), 4:44 left to play in the third quarter. Gutierrez at the line, out to the elbow, looking at Signs. Signs is going to send Rustlin up top. Rustlin's still a little ginger on his ankle. You can see he's favoring it just a little bit. Down the baseline, throws up top. Katz, Rustlin, thought about a three, steps inside. Signs takes a three from the corner right side and drills it. Cesar Signs his first Hudson's Furniture three of the game. And Sabercats lead 40-23. And a jumper, fadeaway jumper for Cooper Burbank. They're going to need a bunch more like that. Katz gets by Burbank and dunks it down.
Oh, what a play. He gets around and two-handed dunk.
Kick to the corner. We'll get to that replay here for you in just a second. Pass inside. Stolen away and then stolen again and then up and in for Denton Deal. His first points of the evening. There's a steal. Burbank spots for three, a lot of time. Oh, just a little too long. Signs working against Burbank. To the wing, now looking to the baseline. Rustlin brings it back up top. And Rustlin is going to be fouled by Burbank. That's two on Cooper Burbank. There's the dunk. Katz taking Phoenix Katz, the 6'7" senior Sabercat, taking advantage right there of his height. Signs drives, he scores it up and in. Lewis holds, kicks to the right side over to Denton Deal. Denton Deal drives to the baseline. Back out to John. John gets into the coffin corner, throws it up top for Cooper Burbank. Now to Lewis. Lewis to Burbank. Burbank backs up between the legs, gives to Lewis. Lewis to the line, to the lane, lost the handle. And Russlin picks it up for the Sabercats, tries to pass it out. It's going to go out on Russlin's leg, it looked like that time. Looks like we got our replay back on that camera. Minute 57 left to play third quarter. Pass will come into Lewis. Denton Deal leaves it for Yazzie. Yazzie scoops it up and under and in.
It's a nice find and nice reverse layup there by Yazzie.
Ooh, a banana pass there that is almost taken by Lewis, and Lewis, ill-advised, will reach in and pick up his third personal. Oh, just got to leave that one alone.
Yeah, there's no reason to foul that far away from the basket.
That one is not one, that's one he's going to want back. Minute and a half left in the third. Sabino up 44-29 here. .15 Sabercat lead. Pass it into Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes back up top to Hassler. Hassler to Cats, back to Hassler. Hassler calling for Gutierrez. Gutierrez gonna drive between defenders and put it short. Yazzie races it across the time stripe but doesn't have numbers. Wildcats late to get back. Burbank spots for three and drains it. Hudson's Furniture three-pointer for Cooper Burbank, his second of the night.
12 points. It'd be nice if they could cut this down to single digits here before the end of the third.
We'll have to do it against the Sabercats who want to burn clock here. Down to 30 seconds. Driving is Gutierrez. Gives to Signs, or excuse me, that is not Signs, that was Armillo. Now Cats will hold, 21 seconds. Gives it off to Hassler. Hassler kicks to the corner to Armillo. Armillo resets between the circles, crosses over, gives to Cats with 10 seconds. He backs up, 7 seconds. Now starts to drive, has it poked away. Picked up, ball still loose. Cats has it, off the window and in at the buzzer.
Wow, that was a look what I found type of situation there.
Yep, that was a nice opportunity for Sabino as Phoenix Cats, the 6'7" senior, got a gift there at the end of the quarter, and it's Sabino up 46-32. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
I chose welding because there's always going to be a job and you can go so many different directions within it. The professors helped me so much with getting my skill level up to where it needs to be and helping me progress in the ways that I want to. It teaches you really to be job ready, having a good attitude, and still working hard. NPC has transformed my life by giving me a skill and a trade that I can take with me wherever I go.
Well, we welcome you back to the Findlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Fourth and final quarter here, and the Sabino Sabercats lead it 46-32. If you're a Chinle Wildcat fan, that's not a good thing. If you're a Sabercat fan, you couldn't be happier as it represents a comfortable lead headed into this fourth and final quarter. And so far, we haven't seen the Wildcats show that they can do much about it. Sparks of hope, but haven't done. Oh, there's a great steal by Burbank. And who kicked it? That go off the...
Well, he called a kick on number 23.
Let's see if we can see it here.
I don't have 23 on my
yeah,
list.
That's it. I think that's Bryant Diongo. And so Sabino calls a timeout here after Chinle gets a couple of loose balls, and so wanting to try to make sure that they don't let Chinle back into it. Reminder that this fourth quarter is brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. For the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, go to Northland Pioneer College. Also remind you that today's contest is brought to you in part by Bosa Donuts, home of the best donuts in town. Max Preps, the official photographer of the AIA. Jostens, the official ring provider of the AIA. Famous Dave's, the official barbecue of the AIA. Toyota, visit your valleytoyotadealers.com today. Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger of the AIA. Tick-a-Tap, the official ticketing partner of the AIA. Sprouts Healthy Living for Less. Port Subs, Port of Subs, Sliced Fresh Sandwiches, and Addicts, the official custom uniform provider of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. Taco Bell, the title sponsor of the AIA Taco Bell Student Section. And Carl's Jr., the official burger of the AIA, along with ArizonaPreps365.com. AIA Champions event recognizing individuals and schools across the state of Arizona for exemplifying character and honor in the outstanding achievements on and off the field. Sabino with the basketball after the timeout, up 46-32. Gutierrez fakes right, moves to the left. Well, Sabino's going to be happy to burn clock here as Katz backs up. Now drives right to get around Lewis. Calling for it on the give and go. He won't get it. Oh, nice feed underneath and a block by Lewis. And Lewis going to yell in the face that time of Sabino's Jack Healy. And
I think Lewis is getting I don't know if he was getting
a warning on that, I think.
Frustrated prior to or something, but you don't usually see that much emotion out of him. But I think he's close to drawing a T on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get one. That certainly would have been considered taunting. Not sure the official maybe didn't see all of it, but we get a loose ball and Sabino's going to get the basketball out of bounds. 6.5 left in the contest. It's a 14-point Sabino lead. A baseball pass down court to Katz.
Touchdown.
Yeah, he makes the reception. And driving inside and missing the shot is Healy. Burbank with it for Chinle, and he throws it away. Yazzie was cutting up the court. Well, the Wildcats can't get a break here. Just seems like everything they try to do does not work. You see Yazzie taking off right as Burbank tries to hit him. Oh, nice first step and a great move to get to the rack by Jacob Nathanson. So Diego's going to pick up his second personal here. And the free throw is up and good for Nathanson. Second free throw for Nathanson. It's no good. Misses the second half of the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. Nathanson whistled for a personal. That's his first. Curtis Begay hands it off to Lewis. Lewis, top of the key, Burbank wants a three. Fires off the iron, no good. Rustlin battles and tips it in the hands of Bryant Diego. Blake Rustlin picks up his second personal. Diego misses the first. Diego yet to score in the contest. And gets the second. 33-47 after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws. And Cooper Burbank missed the shot, fell to the floor, and there's no call.
Sure did look like he might have got fouled on that one, but almost made it anyhow. That should have been.
Rustlin all day from the corner, and he misses. Throw it ahead to Begay. Begay against Signs, gets hammered to the ground. See the replay here for you. Signs getting all over the top of Begay. They're not too hard for the official to call that one. And the free throw is good for Curtis Begay. Begay has only got 2 points in the contest so far. And there we see that shot by Cooper as Begay knocks down both free throws. And we get a turnover. Chinle getting a little momentum here. And yep, there's Gutierrez. He hadn't established himself back in the court yet. There's your call by Cooper as we see that replay again. And we take a timeout here. And we perhaps we can see that replay again. You were talking about how Cooper Burbank looked like he was fouled, Ron, and we'll see if the judge can.
Almost looked like his legs got clipped as he went up. I mean, it wasn't egregious, but it's almost like But it's almost as if he got his legs clipped after he was going up. So right here we see it.
Yep, there it is. And I don't know, we can't see the first half of that, so I don't know if maybe the official saw something that indicated. It sure seemed like that would have been considered a foul, but Wildcat fans to their feet, trying to spur this Chinle Wildcat club on here, down 47-35.
Yeah, there's a chance to break it into single digits with the three here.
Yeah. They were down by 15 just a moment ago.
Still a lot of time on the clock.
Lewis battles, doesn't get it. Another try, got a rebound. Begay comes out of there with it, has it stolen away by Signs. Signs over to Katz, back to Signs. They break the pressure. Nathanson, back to Katz, over to Rustlin. Rustlin backs it up, spins, bounce pass down into the corner, drive to the baseline, off the window, up and in for Gutierrez. Pablo Gutierrez now with 11 in the contest. And it's 49-35. Curtis Begay thought about a three, now thinks again, but waited until the defender came over.
NBA three on the way, no good.
Missed it. Signs ahead to Rustlin. Drives the baseline, kicks to the corner. Gutierrez for three, in and out, no good. Lewis lost the handle, ahead to Begay, ahead to John, and John
just can't get his hands on that. Seems like every time that Chinle needs a little bit of a a break to get some momentum going. Doesn't work their way.
Oh, it's just one of those nights for Chinle, it seems. They just cannot get a break. Everywhere you turn, it seems like they're getting struggling. And I didn't see that. Fans thought Burbank got fouled.
Here, we'll see it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Watching the wrong screen. Watching the replay on TV. Yeah, it looked like he might have got clipped when he spun his elbows.
Yeah, we're watching the Facebook feed right now, and it's a little delayed, and we saw there where he took an elbow or an arm to the face. 49-35, Sabino drives the baseline. That's Gutierrez. And Gutierrez is going to be fouled. That's Lewis, I think. And that's 4 on Lewis. And that's not good if you're a Chinle foul, because it means Lewis cannot be very aggressive in these final 4 minutes here. Out of the lineup for Chinle comes Diego. Rustlin, almost threw it away. Nathanson able to grab it. Long pass, cross court to Signs. Nice crossover, gives to Rustlin. Rustlin an open 3, missed it. Ball tipped into Lewis's hands. He picks it up, throws it over to Denton Deal, to Burbank, to Begay. Into Burbank. Burbank backs up, tries the 10-footer, and strokes it. That's about as pretty a shot you're going to see right there. Created space for himself and knocks down the 15-footer. We step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center. It's the Sabercats in front of the Wildcats, 49-37. Full court pressure here by Chinle. And they get it with a long down court pass. It was almost picked off. Rustlin leaves it for Katz, and Katz, I think Rustlin wanted him to dunk it. Katz just picks it up. Gets an easy layup. There were no Wildcats around him. Burbank drives, gives to Lewis. Lewis off the window and in. Just 6 points so far tonight for Lewis. 12-point lead, and bit of a ticky-tack there as Signs is going to go down. Well, if you are a Sabino Wildcat fan, you don't have a chance in this audience. If you've got a difference of opinion, forget it.
Yeah,
no one's going to know.
If you're a Sabercat fan, you're outnumbered.
Well, we get time out on the floor. We keep it here. And Ron, we talk about what's coming up this week with the state playoffs going on. With potential for Holbrook and Winslow girls to play in a state title game coming up, which is exciting news for Holbrook, even though they're missing out on a chance to play in a semifinal game. They get an automatic trip to the state tournament game with the happenings of what happened earlier with the Lady Sabercats, who were removed from playoffs, having been put on probation. So also here at the Prescott Valley Event Center, it's the 2A state championships, and it'll be Alchesay Falcons. Both the girls and the guys will be here to take on I forget who their semifinal matchups are. Do you have that?
Yes, I do. They will be, for the boys' side, they're going to be taking on Pima, number 11 seed, and then they'll be facing the winner between Thatcher and Scottsdale Christian.
That Pima team is one that Alchese can beat. We watched them play Blue Ridge early on in the season. They've got some good players, but
the girls' side, they're going to be playing Chandler Prep. They're going to be playing the winner of St. John's. St. John's a team that snuck into the Final Four there.
They upset the number 1 seed last week in the quarterfinals. Caesar Signs missed the first half of a 1+1 after the timeout. And Burbank drains a three-pointer, a Hudson's Furniture three-pointer for Cooper Burbank.
9 points. There's Burbank again.
Yes. Cooper Burbank going to make a game out of this. And another steal.
This
Burbank
would be fitting.
wants a three, and he can't get it. Didn't get himself set. Over to Signs. Signs throws to Katz. Katz reaches in, and Lewis is going to foul out.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. Lewis got lucky. We'll see the replay here again.
He sold it.
Yes. Watch his hand. He's over. He's very fortunate. Very fortunate. We'll see it from this angle. And you can see it looks like a foul from there. So, and Lewis is going to have to be careful. Although he may have renewed confidence, maybe too confident after that play.
Well, the play of the Wildcats has got this crowd back into it.
Yep, well, time to talk about our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile, Beeler Orthodontics. And that three ball and steal right after the three by Cooper Burbank to get the 5-point swing there is our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile, Beeler Orthodontics. And a foul's going to be called here on Kale Denton Deal. 6'1" sophomore reaches to stop the clock with 1:12 left.
We do want to give an honorable mention to the dunk, though.
Yeah, we do. That's
Beeler Orthodontics, that dunk that Katz had in the third quarter was pretty impressive because it was contested.
Yeah. Yeah, went baseline and able to throw it down, and so that's certainly one that we should talk about. Katz hits the free throw here, first half of the 1+1 at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. So we talk about our Deemer's Glass man of the game. That's Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, and we're going to see that Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game again. As you see Burbank making that steal, and that was right after he made a three-point bucket. Our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. So we get now to talk about our Deemer's Glass man of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, hands down. Best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Deemer's Glass, 1-888-GLASSMAN. And you can talk about a lot of players. Lewis is one that certainly enters into the conversation tonight. He's outsized down low and held to just 6 points tonight, but he's paid dividends defensively for the Wildcats and done a pretty good job defensively. But I think you're going to have to talk about Katz a little bit in that conversation.
Yeah,
Ron,
I agree.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I had Katz down as the glass man of the game, number 12. He had a great game on the boards, 6'7" senior, and very active on the boards.
So our Deemer's Glass man of the game is number 12, Phoenix Katz, the 6'7" senior. You see him there in the huddle as we get a timeout by the officials, and gives us a chance to talk about our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top, Highway 260, right-hand side of the road just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. And they've got the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store.
Not sure what they're talking about here, but the officials called a timeout, and they're going to talk something over.
Yeah, they have both coaches over there, Coach Roth and Coach Mendoza. Coach Mendoza is shaking his head yes, and Coach Roth is shaking his head no. That doesn't make sense.
We know how this is going to go.
Mendoza's like, I'm done. I'll take that. That's good. Whatever it is, Coach Roth doesn't like it, and you can see him appealing to the official here now. Official saying, hey, you got to, I don't know, I can't read lips, but I can tell Coach Roth is not.
We need to cue up our coach mic.
Yeah, yeah, I wish we had permission to get in on that conversation.
Technical foul? Well, this doesn't look like it's going Chinle's way.
Well, they got, I sure wish we were at the scorer's table. And
or could it be a double tech? A double technical?
After
his third personal, 5th team foul. Following the science free throws, Chinle will have 2 shots and the ball.
It's an intentional foul on Katz. So Cesar Signs is going to get a couple of free throws.
It's a really unique shot.
Yeah, he throws a kind of a curveball.
But he's been very effective with it tonight. Hit some threes. He's hit his free throws, and
so he gets 2 quick free throws, and now Chinle, after Phoenix Cats picks up his 3rd personal on an intentional foul, will step to the free throw line. Sabino fans will try to distract him. And not much there to distract. Not many Sabino fans here compared to the Chinle fans. And the young freshman knocks down both free throws.
That's a wash, but Chinle gets the ball.
So Yazzie now with 7 points here tonight. Cooper Burbank brings it in for Chinle. 55-46, final minute. Yazzie kicks back up top. Pump fake. John delivers, no good. Rebound, fought for and won by the freshman, Yazzie.
Wow.
Lewis drives, splits the defenders, can't get the shot to fall, pushes a man off of him, now can't get another shot to fall. Gutierrez with the rebound for Sabino, and a foul's going to be called, and it's going to go against Lewis. If it is against Lewis, he's out of the contest.
Lewis is the senior. That's going to be it for him, and what a great career.
So 5 on Lewis, and he's disqualified.
Doing a good job going down through his bench. That's pretty neat for that senior.
Yeah. What a tough night for him. Just a gutsy performance. 6 points and fouls out of his final contest. Left it all on the floor. Pablo Gutierrez, the benefactor of the foul, will end up at the free throw line and hits his first. Rims that one off. And a blocked 3-pointer by Signs. Signs has been terrific tonight.
He really has. I'm glad you mentioned that, Camden, because he's kind of an unassuming player, but he's a thick kid.
Yeah.
And he's hit threes, he's gone to the bucket, he's, hit his free throws and gotten a lot of rebounds, so.
Well, Katz is going to dribble around and burn some clock, and this is going to be over. 56-46 is the final. And the Chinle Wildcats are upset by the Sabino Sbercats. As we talk now about our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top, Highway 260. Best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. And just a great place to go. If you're in the market for that type of gear, there is no better place to go. We're in the state of Arizona. It's a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. So we look at scoring-wise on the Sabino Sbercats, and you look at Pablo Gutierrez, who had 7 at intermission, ends up with 5 in the second half to give himself 12 to finish the contest. Phoenix Cats had 9 at the break and scored 7 more to give him 16 to lead all scorers, with exception, at least all Sabino scorers. The other player to talk about is Cooper Burbank, who had 9 at intermission, 5 in the third quarter to give him 14 going into the fourth quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, he scores 7 points to give himself 22. Is that right? No, 21 total points there for Burbank, if I'm doing my math right. So Burbank led all scorers. And who are you going to give it to, Ron?
Well, I think I'm kind of torn between a couple players, but I'm going to go ahead and go with number 12, Phoenix Cats, because of the difference he made on the boards, a 6'7" senior. But we did honorable mention for sure is number 30, Caesar Saints, because he did a lot of great things in the second half. And again, he's kind of the unassuming player, where everybody's focused on number 12, which also gives him an extra nod because he's the focus. So
right,
we'll give it to Cats.
All right, Phoenix Cats, your 6'7" senior from Sabino High School, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. That'll wrap up our broadcast. We invite you back this weekend. We are not allowed to stream any of the games video-wise, but we will have for you live video or live audio coverage on iTalk 106.7 FM when we return here to the Prescott Valley Event Center. And also looking ahead, if we get into a championship matchup between Holbrook and Winslow, there's a chance we might follow up and do that game as well. So stay tuned to programming notes down later on in the week to figure out if we're going to do that contest. Till then, we say so long, everybody.
This has been an iTalk 106.7 Sports exclusive presented by Sholo Ford. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Little Bluebird Studios, and Hudson's Furniture. This is a copyrighted broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or reuse of this program without the expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves is expressly prohibited. For more information about this game and others around the region, go to italk1067.com.